And we're live. And I forgot to plug in my damn Ethernet. I didn't even have to go live. I could have just said, wait. Right when I hit live, I realized, wait, I needed to plug in my Ethernet. I can hear my sister leaving a voicemail for my dad in the other room. My sister and her kids, my niece and nephew, are gonna come over soon for dinner. So who knows how long this will be. I think I'll keep it to an hour, hour and a half, this live stream. But I've got things to talk about, things to chat about, but I don't want to do readings. Let's give it a pause just for today. And then Monday I'll do readings. Is today Friday? Today doesn't feel like Friday. Today is Friday. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for people to come in, and then while I wait, I'll actually plug in my Ethernet. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm here. I'm back. Don't worry, I didn't leave for too long, I hope. What is this? Oh, I got a missed call. Of course, I got a missed call. Of course, it's from my sister that I just said. So let me take this real quick. I'm doing good, Tashadi. Let me see here. I call her back. And she doesn't answer. I call her back and it's literally like, your call has been forwarded. I'm like, is her phone dead? She's probably on another call. But if that's the case, I don't know. Anyways, how are you, Tashadi? What are you up to? Let me try calling her back again. We got it. Flamin' Skewer is gonna get some Mediterranean, so I gotta text. This is riveting content here. Don't you guys like this? Anyway, it's late here in the UK. Oh, you're in the UK. Why did I think you were in the US? Um, let's see here. Where's her text? Here she is. Here she is. Let me check the menu. Uh, so yeah, let's see here. Flamin' Skewers, so yeah. Let's see, what's the last deck I bought? Well, technically the last deck I bought was this. Well, this was a gift. Did I buy a deck? I don't remember buying a deck. If I oh, you're in Wales. Oh, lovely. This wasn't a deck that I bought, but it was a gift that I got. This is the Divine Gypsy Mother. And this is by I don't know if I did a YouTube video on it. Maybe I talked about it. I think I mentioned it. Did I mention it? Oh, right. And mostly just from Kickstarters and pre-orders. So this was from Scarlet Imprint. And the production value, just the box alone, is very lovely. They do really good with any cards or decks that they put out. So I've heard from like the Solabusca that they did, and the oh my gosh, that one tarot, the Okuli Orkutari, I believe is how you pronounce that, how it's called. Uh and so yeah. Yeah, so am I. I'm very out of date too. I've like kept an eye on a few things, like the Ehrenberg Tarot is one that I want, and the uh, Witch Sister Tarot is another one. But the one that's coming in right now, I've just the Kickstarter just finally like finished wrapping up and they're shipping out everything. Uh, this was like a few years back, actually. I think maybe a year or two ago that they made this. The Austin Osman Spade Tarot that he made. If I get my inheritance, I might buy more. Well, let's see. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you get it. Let's see here. I need to see this menu here. Let's do the wraps. I like the wraps. I think I'll do a beef kebab wrap. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. So this, I don't know if you've heard of this, but if you haven't seen it, if you're not aware of it, if you're not in the know, this is a like a Kipper, like Sibylla Kipper Lenormand, like I believe it was once called the Gypsy Witch. I like hesitate to continue calling it the Gypsy card. I think, I think the word has its connotations and its history, and it's, problematic. But Danilov, Alexander Danilov, right? Let me see if it says here. Alexander Danilov illustrated this one. So if you don't know the Danilov Tarot, then I'm pretty sure you'll remember his art. But this is the art here. So like, again, yeah, Danilov is well known. I want to get his he has he has a lot of majors only that I wish he would do like a full deck. I would love to see some. But yeah, this is very beautiful, and the production quality is top notch. Uh so yeah, that's just a few of them, and it's 36 cards, and so there's also like a decan. There's like, you can work with the decans with this as well because it's 36, I believe. So yeah, let me show you the book for it. And so this is the book, hardcover. I believe they might reprint it if they, because I think Scarlet Imprint isn't one to like have like minimal limited edition publications. They tend to do like a really nice edition like this here. This is the book for it. And the author is Balthazar Black. He's great. Go check out his YouTube channel. And this was a work that has been in the work. He has been working on this for like a really long time. Like I think like you can even look on his YouTube when he first started working with this system of cards. And so Balthazar Black. Let me actually link his channel because it's really good. He has a lot of let me see if I remember. Is it this? Yes, here we go. This is his channel here. Yeah, he's great. We stand. I'm subscribed. Here we go. Copy and then paste. So that's his YouTube channel. And so yeah, definitely great. He has a lot of like he does a lot of like work with uh conjuring and angels and uh uh and just, you know, he's more in the practice of in more of the craft and practicing aspect of practical applications of this. uh and so I would like to I like to see I need to really go through and watch a lot more of his stuff. uh Definitely, so I can get more comfortable and in doing actual work, you know. um yeah, he's a great he's great. He's great. And yeah, and then the book, I believe, comes with, yeah, you get full color illustrations of the book and quite a bit of information on the cards. So you'll have here risk, and then it's like, yeah, this is like all you get on the cards. So yeah, and then you get, and then it's like let me see, the rest is like readings and spreads. Like this is all like, I think, yeah. Let's see if I can show this here. I just heard thunder, so there's thunder and lightning showing up. uh hopefully nothing big. That lightning likes to strike around here for some reason. Once we had it like in our backyard, like a lightning strike right in our backyard. It was super fucking loud. Anyways, so it's like this half is all like introduction and the history and the meanings of the cards, and then the rest of it is how to work with it, practical foundational methods. That's why I'm saying it. You know, spreads and methods of reading the cards and all that. You get quite a bit. Like, look at this here, like a 12 houses spread here. So yeah, I don't want to show too much because copyright and all that. This is a limited book, but I believe there will be a, I'm not sure because it's the eclipse. Yeah, the weather's been, yeah, it's like it hailed. We got hail today just for like a few minutes, and then like heavy rain, and then I can see the clouds slowly coming in. I'm gonna turn on the light just so that I have more light here. That's the fan. There we go. Just a little something, so it's not so dark. Yeah, big book. Yeah, it's not too big. The pages are thick. It's about 300 pages, right? Maybe 200. Yeah, it's 258 pages. Oh, and an earthquake in New York City. Yeah, I heard of that. My friend the other day, Lucy, we were talking about it, like because of like the terminology around like earthquakes and having an earthquake, and how we say about like, oh, earthquake. We usually say we're having an earthquake or there's an earthquake, you know, versus like in Spanish, the like there's a shaking going on, you know, it's shaking, you know. You know, something like that. There's just the how we say things here. I'm in a girl world community, and they were talking about it. Girl world, what is that? I'm in girl world. What is that? Girl? Kind of like what is it, like Despicable Me? Anyways, anyways. And also I was having let me just vent a bit on some behind the scenes on me working on the second decan of Aries here. So just a little heads up, you know, this one was tricky for me, mostly because like I hate the imagery of the Three of Wands. I'm like, you look like the Two of Wands. I say this all the time. I'm like a broken record here. I say this all the time. I hate the Three of Wands that looks like the Two of Wands. Like, I love it when a deck does something different with the Three of Wands and shows a new take on it. Earthquakes you feel are very rare here in the UK, but I felt one once. Yeah, you guys aren't on a fault. You guys aren't near a fault. The last big one we felt here. The last big one we felt here was a few years ago. No, it was before COVID. Or no, was it after COVID? I think it was after I can't remember. Um it's the I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't know if my Mac was able to pick up on that. But uh yeah. But yeah, but anyways, where was I? Where was I? Getting distracted and losing track of my thoughts. That's been happening a lot to me. I feel like my my ADHD is really ramped up recently. I was very surprised that I was able to like kick into gear and want to do some studying. Um, so with the Three of Wands, this was very bringing it back to the subject. The Three of Wands was very tricky to study, and at first I was also like concerned that like this wouldn't work for this decan in for the Marielle, but it actually works. So yeah, uh, I saved that first video you made. Which one, on the Decan of Aries? Yeah, I wish I could do a better job like visually showing like the decans, but I'm sure other people will show it. I'm sure that you can find a decan wheel astrology chart thing online, but I was like, I'll just explain it as best as I can. I've studied them. I've forgotten a lot now. Yeah, I've kind of I did like a binge study on them, but the thing is that it requires practice and upkeep to keep in mind what they mean. And like the Three of Wands and the second decan of Aries is very like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? Like, how? So, but I kind of have a grasp on them. Yeah, I love the decans. I find them fascinating too. There's more to them than what I'm learning, I know, but for now, just what I have working with the tarot and the decans is pretty good. I'm liking it so far. Like especially when that with that one reading, I don't know who it was that I was doing a reading for, but they got the oh hello Sid. Not much. Uh, just talking about some of the decan astrology work that I'm doing and studies and complaining about the Three of Wands looking like the Two of Wands. What else? And yeah, there's other things I want to talk about too. But anyways, we're gonna get to them right now. Um, but when I got the art, Six of Wands, and Lust, and the bottom of the deck was the Princess of Discs. And what I liked was the interplay of Leo from Lust and uh Jupiter's ruling of Sagittarius working together in this like very passionate blending here with the Six of Wands, where six is that balance and that intermixing. But yeah, they irritate me too, the two and three. Yeah, it's like I show show me something different, show me something new. And also my hair is a mess. But I didn't want to style it. So, let me look at the two. Like, I love this deck, but let me see how it is on the two or three. Like, I love this deck so much, but let's see how it does with its two and three of wands in comparison. It's getting so dark. Let's see. Let's hope, like I said, let's hope this thunderstorm doesn't fuck with our live stream. Like it started raining. It's raining. We really needed that. Let's see. The plants are gonna love this. Let's see here. Here we go. So you see here, you haven't tamed it. Well, surprisingly, like everything else, like a majority of it's like remembering the direction that I had it. Like when I get out of the shower, it goes like this. My hair likes to go. It's this part that like lost its training. So yeah, don't get out the KY before. No, wait, what? I don't use KY. um, no, we're going raw on it. You're gonna no, I'm just kidding. So this is like this is the the Mara. Wait, lightning. 3, 4, 5. Oh, Oh, she's here. Oh, she's here. Oh, and it's hailing. We got hail. We got hail, people. You know what? We're gonna do a weather live stream. Look at that. Hold on. Don't mind my messy yard, but I don't know if you can see this. If my camera will adjust here. I want to show you guys. That's all hail right there. We don't get snow, but we sure get hail. So, yeah, just wanted to show that real quick. Sorry if you guys couldn't hear me clearly. Yeah, wow, I like how it looks. I like the white on the green with the brown. Let's see. I have blue sky and white clouds up here in Northern California. Lucky. Well, that's good. Wait, how far? Wait, you're in, where were you? Sacramento, Fresno? Where? San Francisco? We do have snow pretty low on the local hills, which never gets snow. Yeah. Storms coming to the UK too. Well, hey, well, I'm indoors. I hope my sister's safe because this is really bad. She's getting the flame and skewers, San Jose. Where is that? I'm not very clear, but I'm like, where? I'm terrible. I live in California and I don't know San Jose City. I'm like, tell me where. Remind me where, Google Maps. San Jose. Okay, just like a little bit south from San Francisco, just right there by the bay. Okay. Yeah, my boyfriend is way farther north, in Humboldt County, and I was like, I hope the weather's carrying up. Your weather's carrying up there. I hope it's not like this. Holy shit, it's wild. Hold on, you guys got to see this. Like, look at that. Look at how it is. Look at how it is. I wish my laptop would behave. My computer would behave, but look at that. Okay, now it's stopping. Now it's ended. Nope. Oh, it's not done. Anyways, yeah. I was like, holy shit, it's just like all covered. This is the most like closest thing to snow we're gonna get here in Bakersfield. So yeah. Let's see, you miss who? 40 miles south of San Francisco. Yeah. Irvine, that's yeah, he's he's in Fortuna, in Humboldt County. Oh, you're talking to Tashati. I'm like, I don't know where Irvine is. Isn't that right? That's in the same area. That's all close together. Anyways, biblical, right? No, it's still going. It's still going. What if I just ran out there? What if I just ran around? And I'm just kidding now. Those are pretty big, pretty consistent. Usually we get like a few sprinkles of hail, and then it just melts by the time we're done. You know, by the time it's done, it's melted in like 5 minutes. But this is a lot. I've never seen it like this. Yeah, we were talking about, yeah, I'm sorry, the chat. I was looking outside. I'm distracted. I'm getting a lot. I'm doing multiple things here. Near that castle in the bay, you see TV shows. It was about 10 years ago. Which one? South Wales? I don't know. Anyways, where was I? What was I talking about? The 2 and 3 of wands. Right. Let me get back to this. Like here, did I shuffle the cards in? Where did I put them? Where did they go? I guess I lost them. I can hear some of the hail hitting my window. I'm getting overstimulated. Let's see here. Did I shuffle them back in? Yes, I did. Yeah. Okay, so back to the 2 and 3 of Wands and what the fuck is going on with them. So you see, I see that there's like a clear difference here. This is what I like about these two. You know, they clearly look different. Just the change in perspective just works. You know, um, and the Thoth also works pretty well with this, with the 3 of Wands versus a 2 of Wands. You get different colors. You get an addition of a wand. Rider-Waite-Smith is just same wand, same 2 of Wands, but with an extra wand. It's like I wanted something different, where you see the rest. Um, when you see the rest, rest of the deck, how you don't really see that many repetitive looking cards, like in the rest of the deck. As I will say this again, we do not support Doctor Who in this live stream. I don't like Doctor Who. I'm just kidding. If you enjoy Doctor Who, go off. Enjoy your show. But I personally don't enjoy Doctor Who. I personally don't like writers. I hate how repetitive it is with other decks, like how common it is, and but that kind of heightens up whenever a deck like the Mariloon comes out, or the let's see here, this one right here, or the Fyodor Pavlov comes out. Like, I thought this was going to be like, okay, it's a Rider-Waite-Smith, maybe I won't really like it, maybe not, it's a queer artist, I just wanted to support them. I got this deck. It wants to be worked with. It pushed me to get back to reading with the cards again. When I got it in hand, I got it in hand, and I think like 3 days later, I did a live stream to do readings with it. I still do like Doctor Who, but I can't binge it. I think we need to stop with the binging of shows. I think we need to go back to weekly show releases. I think we need to go back to that. I get a ton of decks, and most I don't like. Yeah, like there's like a whole tub back there, and there's a bag right here of decks that I want to get rid of. That I'm like, and I need to go through my collection again and get ready to clear out and make space for decks that I actually do want to keep and actually do work with. Like, because here is probably like 10 decks, maybe no, let's go like 20, 15 to 20 decks around me that I reach for and I grab for, that I want to read with and give a try. And honestly, I feel like it should stay on these 2 shelves I have right here. The decks that I should keep should be on these 2 shelves. I think I'm gonna settle it down at that. Yeah, like Shimmering Veil, like I rarely read. Don't want to star it, but I do want to. Yeah, the Shimmering Veil, that I love. That's a deck I love, but I don't reach for it. I haven't reached for it in the time in the whole time that I've been reading with. It's just been these that I'm comfortable with. And I think it's because I've to kind of branch out into a topic that I want to touch on, is like when I think it was in the Let's Be Tarot Friends, I think, tag, that they asked, like, how has your reading style changed, or something like that. I think that was one of the tags or something. In some tag or something that I was, no. I don't think that was in the tag. I think I was watching a live stream with Lisa Papez, The Fool's Journey, right? What's his name? Benny? I'm watching his stuff. He's new to YouTube. And what is it? What else? Who else? And there was like 3 other channels on there. And I was listening to it, and they were like, how has your reading style changed, or something? Maybe that's what it was. My memory is trash right now. But my reading style has changed in a way that I feel like it's handicapped in some way, or it's like when I say, or maybe I like kind of did it to myself, where I was like, I'm rusty when I'm reading. I'm kicking a bag of packages that I haven't unbox it, Sid. Unbox it. Let's see. I'm in my tarot cupboard now. Right, when you mention them and you start talking about that, you're like, wait, I want to wait. Now I need to see it again. Now I want to look at my Shimmering Veil right now. I'm terrible. I can't part with any decks I've got. Yeah, you'll eventually I will for myself. I know I will. I'll be like, oh yeah. But there's some I know absolutely I will not get rid of. Like my Tarot of Delphi, my Fyodor Pavlov, my Marielle. Tarot of the Holy Light. I want to work with more. I want to get to actually working with it. But yeah. I know what you mean, but I've gotten to the point that I can tell right away I don't like. I think that is why I stopped unboxing them. Yeah, like live unboxings and then like flip throughs of their reactions in that way is just it's like, unless I have something to say and something I know I want to say about it as I'm unboxing it and sharing the unboxing experience, like I rarely don't do unboxings. Like the last one I did was the Bohemian Gothic, the new edition that came out, and I just did the large special edition. So yeah, and it's not good. I think that content is very, what's the term? Phoning it in? Could that be it? And I just saw my sister drive up with the food, so I might turn this into a mukbang. We'll see. But I'll make sure not to touch any of my cards. I'll have to move some stuff around. So yeah, let me start putting these away, actually. I still have my Ancestral Path Tarot, the deck that really connects me to tarot. I have that since the 80s, 90s. Oh yeah. Yeah. Love. Can you hear my niece? It's criminal how adorable she is. Watch you phone this time. Wait, what? Wait, what? I have my phone right here. Yeah, I do have my phone. Yeah, I texted. I made sure I got food this time. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and earwigs are all over my house right now. I've been like killing them left and right. I like them from a distance. That's how I used to be too. But after taking care of my nieces and nephews, I've kind of like warmed up to them. But it's still like, and now I'm more like, oh no, I don't want kids because of how much of a responsibility and work it is to raise a kid. It's too much. It's too much. And I think people kind of just a lot of it. Unfortunately, a lot of parents, I think, just out of a lot of unplanned pregnancies, I think, happen, and yeah, that goes into that's a whole nother tangent. The other day you had to face down and miss the food. Yeah, I did. Yeah, but not this time. They weren't gonna get me this time. It didn't stay. Well, that's your siblings. That's different, because you were like, what? How old? How much of an age difference was it between you and your brothers and sisters? Because for me, I was like already like 19, 20, around there, 18 to maybe, right? No, like 20. I was already in my 20s when I was taking care of my nieces and nephews, so I was already like adult-ish, Still kids, 5 to 7 years older. So that wasn't much of it. See, I already had like decades on these kids, Let's see here. Okay, there it is. So yeah, it's like what's the term? Anyways, but never was interested in all of the female stuff I was supposed to do. Female. I don't know. Mercury retrograde. We're gonna blame Mercury retrograde for that. But yeah, so but yeah, I like my reading style, though, to get back onto the topic, like when I took a blow a bit when Toadstool Tarot was like, hey, the reading wasn't accurate. My first in a minute. And so that was definitely like I got to do some shadow work on that, because it's like I was like, okay, it's bound to happen. It was bound to happen, you know. But after so long of like, you know, just like readings being, you know, resonating for the most part. But then again, I remember that for the most part, how I would read was more advice and insight and reflective and contemplative rather than predictive, you know. Mercury retro as well as the eclipse. Yeah. Well, some people just don't like what they. Well, this wasn't the case. This wasn't the case. This was again. I'm not sure if you were there. No. This was like I said. He was like, should I go with option 1, 2, or 3? It was 3 guys, and he was like, I was like, okay. I pulled 3 cards, 1 for each guy, and I was like, okay, this is the guy that you should go to, and this guy, you guys are gonna have a great time. And then it turns out that down the line, much later, when they plan up, the guy ghosts him, you know. And so no, this was like the opposite. They came back late. He came back later and said and said no, he, you know, and said no, it wasn't accurate. Yes. I was like, damn it. And I know where I went wrong, and I see where I went wrong. It's because there was the Magician, the Hermit, and the 5 of Wands for the 3 different guys. And I was like, right, you give them, that's the thing. That's where I went wrong. That's where I went wrong. Free will, exactly. I've lost it. That's why I'm saying, like, my readings have been rusty, and I'm like, I don't know what happened, you know. I used to be on it, so now I'm like, okay, so now, like, let's go back to more learning practical approaches and being more flexible with my reading style or whatever, you know, revamping, you know, my my reading skills to what I can, to what's gonna help me through this. So I'm like, so I pulled out I pulled out some books that I've had that I'm like, okay, we gotta go through this. Um let's see, is it these? Yeah, these right here. You're not the dictator of what will happen. You have to take yourself out of it. That's why I was like, that's where I went wrong. That's where I went wrong. Looking back, that's how I used to read. And for some reason, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I was like, you know, thinking I was hot shit or something. I don't know. Yeah, you have to keep your own opinions. That's what it is. My opinions have been like getting in the way quite a bit. So yeah, so I'm like, let's go back. Let's get some practical books here. So I'm gonna revisit this book. This book was really good. Um, and still have issues with, right. So this is Practical Tarot Techniques, Your Essential Toolkit for Better Readings by Marcus Katz and Telly Goodwin. I might pick up Tom Benjamin's workbook on reading, like Your Tarot Toolkit, I think is what it's called. He might have called it something, I'm not sure. And then I've got Tarot Skills for the 21st Century, Mundane and Magical Divination by Josephine McCarthy. I need to, again, this is one I've like gandered at and looked through, but yeah, this is, I'm gonna give it a try. And then this is one that I've had for a long time, and I just want to go through more exercises and working with decks, you know, and rather than buying decks. So this is one that oh my gosh, Tarot Shrink, Natalia, hello Crystal Lotus, Forever Lurker, thought I'd just say hi. Hello Crystal Lotus. So yeah, that's why I hate reading for myself. I rarely read for myself too. Sometimes I do, sometimes, but it's rare. It's not something that I'm like, I'm gonna do it. No. But anyways, so this is the Tarot Playbook by Linda Cowell, 78 novel ways to connect with your cards. So this is, again, workbook exercises for that. And then this, A Walk Through the Forest of Souls. I don't know if you heard my niece out on the other side of the door, which is a reprint of The Forest of Souls, A Walk Through the Tarot by Rachel Pollack. You see, I'm like, I read them, but I don't, again, I don't take them as seriously as I feel like I've been taking my readings too seriously, or I don't know. I need to recheck my approach to how I'm reading cards again, you know? Because I think I had that sense of like self-doubt that kept me in check. But I wanted to kind of maybe branch out and be more confident in what I was reading and interpreting in the cards. But I think ego gets in the way of that. Uh, but I also don't want to be like, I'm not a good tarot reader. Oh, this isn't going to be accurate or whatever. I don't know. Um, I always want to read tarot books, but I fall asleep. Well, what kind of tarot books are you reading? Because these aren't your these I specifically pulled these out because they aren't specifically like, well, this one has the meanings for the 78 cards. Okay, pickles. But I want more uh workbooks working through it. Drea Bloom has a bunch of workbooks, tarot workbooks. Um and and I want to be able to do more again, actually laying down the cards and putting in the work with tarot, rather than, you know, here's the meanings of the cards again. Like I kind of went through that so much, I kind of burned myself out of it by reading, by working through that, doing what I do with tarot studies, and reading through Tarot of the Holy Light, the guidebook, which I really enjoyed. uh well, yeah, that's what but yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's what it's going to be. But I want to, you know, kind of, yeah, something like that. And put all the exercises and work into a journal and workbook, and go through it. And even design my own spreads. I kind of had my tried my hand at it, and I'm trying my hand at it, I should say, with the decans in astrology, with my decan walk. And I still haven't shared for the first decan of Aries the spread that I did. But let's see here. Maybe think of it that you are only getting a part of the truth and that you don't have all the facts, which is why I'm like, which is what, yeah, that's again, it's what I used, it's how I used, that's how I used to read it, you know. Have you seen Around the Raro, like tarot, the in 78 days where Marcus gets into Code? I think so. I think I've heard of it. I know that I'm really not good at spreads. That's I wasn't either, because I was like learning the meanings of the cards and the card meanings themselves around the tarot. Okay, okay. Around the tarot in 78 days. I think I have. There is a book that people recommend all the time that well, not all the time. There was a video that I watched that was like book recommendations, and there was like, this book, you're going to be able to design your or create your own spreads with this book, you know, after reading through this book. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. Oh, it's a workbook. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, this cover, this book. Yeah. This is a very popular book. Yeah, I know this cover. Yeah, very, very iconic. If I just draw a few cards, I'm okay. Yeah, sometimes I do that. For the most part, I've just been doing 3 card spreads, uh, and all that. But now I'm like wanting to do other spreads. Like I now do the relationship spread that I do from the Marielle Tarot, where it's, you know, where I've shown it's like, which it's more than 3 cards. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 cards. Um, I know this cover. Right. Yeah, I've seen it. I know her. I remember her. Meditations, spreads, making your own names for the families of cards. Yeah, yeah. Um, but I now I'm like, okay, let's plug them into spreads. Let's mix it up. I think I need to mix up more the practical sense, the practical work that I do with the tarot, because it's, I'm like, I'm comfortable with the cards enough now, I think, that now I need to stretch them out and see what they can do and possibly even, this may be too much for me, so we'll see how it goes, but possibly maybe even try brace for it, people. Get ready. I don't think I'll do it, but whatever it takes to try and like stretch my tarot legs and get me out of this tarot rut that I'm in. Reversals. I'm sorry. I know. I don't know. Should I do reversals? What do you guys think? Because to me, I'm like, just learn how to shuffle. Why are you putting reversals in? I'm just kidding. I think so too. I definitely overthink. And I've been saying, the simplify it, ground it, not to overthink it. But then every time I do a reading, it's like, well, this card means this, but also it could also indicate this. I think reversals are a taste. You either like them or not. Because there's times where I draw cards and I'm like, if I do reversals on this would be a little bit more. We'll see. I want to see what this would be. But I'm like, what makes me think of trying my hand at reversals and maybe something that I could like to try with them is when I do my 3-card spread, I usually, if they show up, you see, if I'm going to do reversals, I'm going to intentionally put reversals in my cards. So what I think is something that is in line with reversals that I do is, so I'll shuffle, I'll cut the deck, and then I'll do my 3 cards, from the top. And then this card right here is the card at the bottom of the deck, which is like in shadow, or it's altered, or something's off with it, and I'm like, that's kind of like reading it in reverse, right. Because it's not just like an inversion of the meaning of the card, but it's also like a change in the energy. It's it's sort of like an exclamation point on the spread, Gemini. I'm a Venus in Gemini, well, in tropical Western. So yeah, so I'm gonna try my hand at them maybe, but I think I'm first gonna do other spreads and learning to use different spreads for the questions that call for them, and work through that. And again, kind of get more on hand practical work, which I may revisit Mary K. Greer's Tarot for Yourself, and see what's going on there. And yeah, I kind of want to go with the Celtic Cross, but it's so many cards. But I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, when I do live readings, I when I do live readings, I take a long time just talking to the person and getting to know more context behind the question. And I'm like, the 3 cards are like, take up so much time. I'm like, 10 cards on top of that it's gonna take even longer. I don't know. I go back and forth on that. Right. Neither do I, but I'm like, but now that I realize that it's more than just the sun sign and there's also like your other planets and other placements in your chart, I'm like, okay, wait a second. Wanna go outside, Pickles? I can smell that food and I'm getting really hungry. I always like that bottom card. Yeah, it's like a reversal. Right. That's how I view it. That's what I think is happening. Because again, like if you go back a year in my live stream history as to how I would read, and then compare it to how I'm reading right now, and you're gonna see that there's gonna be a difference. Because I'm like, damn, it just seems like, yeah, sure, like people are saying it's resonating, and yeah, sure, it's working, but it's not flowing as much. I don't know. Maybe the anxiety is getting in the way. Maybe it's this. Maybe. Lots of maybes. And it's like, maybe it's time to meditate, and calm the mind. Maybe read first, then talk and ask questions. Right. I'm like, keep the basic meanings of the cards and be like, this card indicates this card indicates this, and this card indicates this. What's going on? You know, that's, I think I need to do the reverse of that. Okay, good night to Shadi. I'm gonna stay on for maybe 10 more minutes and keep this a short live stream chat because I'm like, I haven't done a chat like this in so long, and it shows. It shows in, my, in how I am. I'm very all over the place. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And I want that, like, I kind of want that stress to kind of rein me in and help me focus even harder. That's another thing. I feel like I haven't been able to focus, you know? Pull me a card. You want a reading? No, we're not doing readings. The eclipse is coming. Give me a break. No. Kids are a baseball game and I need a stress breaker. Aren't you watching them? Aren't you watching them play? We're going to try Terror of the Holy Light. I want to start again because although I've studied this, I want to, okay, just pull me a card. Okay. I will read it. Okay. Okay, Sid. Oh, that food smells really good. I'm going to go get my food. You know what? We're going to cut this one short. I wanted to stay for an hour, but we're going to cut it short after this reading for Sid because I'm really hungry. You got the Seven of Wands, the boundary, the gate, interference. That's what I kind of view it. It's kind of like a weird Eight of Swords almost. This is no, not Jupiter. Sagittarius ruled by Mars. No, the hail isn't melted yet. There's still like piles of it all over, but most of it melted. But it's yeah, there's like little piles of hail all around. That's my life. Yeah, I'm like it's interconnectedness kind of as well. Let me see, what did I write for it? Let's see. I took notes on it. I took like a shit ton of notes, but I sometimes took too many notes, so I'm gonna need to consolidate and, you know, wind it down. I know I'm like, I don't want to read it, but I'm like, I should because I want to read it. What did I write? Because I know I put some notes on it. I know I had some great insights on it. 6, 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Yeah, interference from the planetary governors. Mars rules this deck and reminds us that those who are bold and unflappable will keep their focus and win the day. Question our givens, or else our future will always look like our past. This is all from Terror of the Holy Light guidebook, by the way. And then 7 staves, 7 ways of getting things done. And then she goes into the what are these called? I can't remember, but the complement to this is Jupiter in Virgo, and its detriment is Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter in Virgo says cultivates robust abundance and a well-ordered, sustainable, hygienic society. And then Jupiter in Gemini says an immature sign, short attention span, and inadequate preparation leads to multiple false starts. Life force is frittered away before a project can begin. Practice time and self-discipline is needed. Wait, I think this is about me. Kind of. Remember, this is a different take on it. So this isn't the same 7 of Wands as the Rider-Waite Smith, but you kind of can see. I see in the sense the high ground as Uh, I see it as the high ground in a defensive position. Like this is a defensive, like this wall of fire and wands as like a barrier to this, and I think it's like a path. It looks like a path in a forest, you know? Yeah, a better view of what is going on. So if I focus, I have an advantage to make a good path. There we go. And then here, I also took notes on the reversal here. Reversed, we have allowed our limitations to overcome our will. Is Tarot of the Holy Light like an actually like a good deck? Like, I think this was for both of us, Sid. I have like 5 journals and I always say I'm going to consolidate, but it doesn't happen. No. I'm like, leave it for someone else to find and to go through, leave for some archivists to find in the far future, you know, because everyone's journaling and writing down notes. We are like in our most documented time in history, you know, thinking about how people journal all the time and even planners and stuff like that. So there's and even like this recording cameras and live streaming and videos and all that. So yeah. OMG, something is sinking in. But yeah, I surprised myself at what I remember. The opposites for me right now. Now I'm like surprising myself with what I'm forgetting. Like simple short-term memory things is going on. Maybe it's the weed. And I don't do weeds a lot, you know. I love fountain pens, so I don't. Girl, well, I might get rid of this one or put it away. I might like, you know, finish the ink on this because the cap is all cracked. I'm like, because I like to put it here and the cap cracked from that. But where's the other one? This one this is going to be the next. I'm obsessed with these. This is this is also, both of these are Twisby, but this I was like, let's just do a simple black and silver. Let's see how I like it. Love this. I love this. I love that the spin and then how it goes on the. I love that. I love that. I like fountain pens like tarot cards. Different. I have a more practical approach to fountain pens because I'm not out here trying to get all of them, because I'm like, okay, no. Probably going to have these as my go-to. I like the Lammies because I like the colors and I like the feel of them. I like the look of them as well. I like how they write as well. Very smooth writing on some of them. But this, though, very practical because I also like how much ink it holds. And so I want to get they just released an indigo and like rose gold, I think, or indigo and brass color, and it looks really nice. And I want it so badly, but I'm poor, so I'm enjoying what I have right here. I don't want all the tarot cards, and Lammies are expensive. Yeah, they are. They are. Oh no, and are inexpensive. Dyslexia also kicking in. Yeah, I'm like, now I'm kind of reining in the tarot cards, and it's more so what I'm gonna keep and work with and reach for. Am I going to read with it? You know, and unfortunately, I've come to realize that like you can only do that if a deck piques your interest, and a lot of decks pique your interest, and then when you have them in hand and try to work with them, you're like, no. Then I am going to be like moving it along, you know. Oh, I've been buying fountain pens for more years. And so like when you have so many fountain pens, you don't have them constantly filled, right? Because I'm like, okay, I can't do that unless I'm doing like a heavy study session or something, and I'm like, I like the different colored notes to keep my, you know, and all that. But my journals are mostly inks and weather reports. It's still important, Crystal Lotus. um uh Are you sure we aren't connected somehow? I don't know, Sid. Wait, what am I thinking of right now? What am I thinking of right now? I'm like peeking to see. I'm focusing on it. No. I was thinking of a purple giraffe. And speaking of food, we actually reached the hour mark. So yeah, we're gonna call it a day there. I think every Friday, I think I'm gonna have a live stream like this, where I'm just gonna chat, I'm just gonna talk, and I'm not gonna do readings. But for the rest of the week, I think I'll do readings because I love these types of chats. I can just vent. I just have a lot going on in my head, and I just get to let it out. Um, uh, so so yeah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of desk space either, and it's because I also put a lot of books and random clutter in my desk. So yeah. Hello, Liminal Lark. Been listening as I attended to Saturday morning chores. Well, fun. How have you been, Liminal Lark? Well, it's a shame because I am gonna hop off right now. Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. I might just do these over the weekend, actually. No, for some reason the weekends just take too much. For some reason, like weekends get in the way of this for some reason. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, it's been nice. It's nice to see you, Liminal Arc, and yeah, hopefully again I'll see you all Monday. Yeah. So thank you everyone for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm sorry this was a short live stream, as I usually like to go hour and a half to 2, but I'm hungry. There's Mediterranean food over there that's calling my name. So yeah. Yeah, well, thanks, Zach. We'll catch you on you. Yes. And my next video that I do, which should be soon, my next deck and walk video, because I'm like, oh wait, the end of this deck end is coming up. So yeah. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next one. Okay, bye for real.